Good evening, YouTubers. There we go. It's a little bit better. Thought I would do a quick video. I promised a friend of mine that gave me some stuff back actually 2 weeks ago. I'm just now getting to it. Sorry, Chris. Thought I would hurry up and go ahead and do this before any of these gets sort of connected into my collection, if you will. Thought I'd sort of go through and show you what I ended up picking up from him, making sure there's nothing up there for it. Actually, take it back. There is actually something up here. Make sure I don't get all these sort of mixed up. Oops, there went some stuff. 1 second. I'm an old man. Ow. Okay, so I thought I would show some of these. I picked up about 113 games. Going all the way back from the Nintendo up to some of the newer games today. I think the newest some of them are the Gameboy Advance. Also picked up quite a few systems, which I'll show here in a moment, but I'm going to try to make this quick. Like my last video, some people sort of complained about it, but I'm going to try to do this really quick and just sort of show you what I picked up from Chris. Well, here we go. Okay, so first, oops. Sorry, I didn't know my fingers from it. So first one was the Chess Master for the NES. It's an interesting game. I haven't really played a lot of it here lately. And then the Gray Cart of RBI Baseball from Tengen. I also have the black card of that. It seems pretty good. This one's going to be a little bit hard. Some of these are in pretty good condition. Some of them aren't. They are in working condition. Just the labels have taken a little bit of a beating. This is actually the Globetrotters. Let me see. It's the Harlem Globetrotters is the name of it. It's a pretty good one. Next one is Overlord. It's a sort of unusual game. Sort of hard to explain. Hopefully one day I'll be able to do a thing. Got the Track and Field 1 from Konami. Not my favorite game because I was never really into the running games. Then I have Guerrilla War. This was actually one of the better carts out of all of them, and I actually did not have this. These are all going in my collection. Skate or Die, pretty decent copy. There's only slight damage down there if you can see it. Camera's acting up a little bit, but yeah. So not too bad. Then the Jaleco version of the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, which I never did play this. I've played the actual Indiana Jones movie ones, but never actually played the Young Indiana Jones. And then, let me see what this one is. This is TGC Surf Designs. Not a huge fan of like surfing games. Some of the like Skate or Die one that I just showed, that one's not too bad. And then this was the better copy of this one is Hoops. Some of the basketball games back in the NES I really liked. They were pretty interesting games. And then Burger Time, the remake from some of the old school ones from Data East. Here of late I've been actually trying to pick up some of the old school Data East games just because most people have sadly forgotten about them. Okay, next is Track and Field 2. As you can tell, these aren't in any particular order. I'm just grabbing them out of a box. And then here is the black cart one I told you about of RBI Baseball from Tengen. That actually makes my second one of that one. Then here's one of Pathina's Punk's, one of his favorite games, Anticipation. And yeah, I really don't understand what's like got the alphabet on the top of the thing. And it doesn't really make any sense, and definitely a lie. Not party fun for all ages, sadly not. Then we have Bases Loaded 2, the second season. I actually got the first 2 out of this set. I actually ended up getting like 6 copies from him. He bought a lot of them from a friend of his, and yeah, he apparently had quite a few that he picked up over the years. Here's Bases Loaded 1. And then here's one of, sadly, the only ones I got that actually had a book is Dick Tracy. I didn't actually have this one, but yeah, I did have the manual, and it's in pretty fairly decent condition. So yeah, I was happy about that. And then we have the Goonies 2. I actually used to love to play this game because of my sister showing me the movie. Really fell in love with the game. I played that for a long time. I actually turned out this is my second copy of this game, but it's 1942, so I want to attempt to probably trade this with Matt, maybe. Try to get some more of his boxed NES games. And then in this one I have to clean up a bit. It's got a little bit of, from the last place it actually was bought from, is 1943, which was the sequel. Yeah, sadly, they apparently got a little marker happy. Not sure I'm going to be able to get that off without tearing up that label. I don't know. I'm going to attempt it maybe. I'll think about it and see what happens. And then next was NES Play Action Football. Not really a huge fan of some of the football games. And then this one is a title. It's Taito Renegade, one of the worst beat 'em ups that I've played in a while, so I don't know. And then I actually have a copy of this one for the Sega Complete in Box. It's another Taito one from Sky Shark. A little shoot 'em up. Seems a pretty fun game so far. I like it on the Sega though. Next is Silent Service. Not really my favorite game, but whatever. Next is Rescue the Emissary Mission. Don't really remember much about that one, sadly. Next is Mag Max, which apparently quite a few people do not like this game. From seeing the reviews, I would have to agree. I'm probably not going to care for it. And sadly, I really like this game, but sadly, it was a little sun faded. It's Kid Nicky the Radical Ninja, and as you can tell, let me show you the top of it. It's a little sun faded because it's supposed to be pinkish purple, and now it is sadly whitish yellow. So yeah, may have to eventually upgrade and get a better copy of that one. And of course, everybody's one of the favorite light gun series games was Hogan's Alley. I actually had a copy of this and it got stolen, so I was happy to get a very good detailed copy of this one, not too badly damaged. I'd actually like to one day own that in the box, but it may not happen. Then Top Gun, the first one, and then let me see, there's the second mission, which according to James Rolfe, is both of these are horrible games, but apparently the second one was slightly better. Okay, next is Narc, which is sadly a little seen better days on the top part of the label, so hopefully I'll be able to find a better copy of that. And then I had a couple copies of this, and this was the best one, is Gyromite. I have I think 5 copies of this now, and I sold one to Nathan because he just wanted it for his Nintendo collection. Then here's a better copy of this one, which is Golf, which is part of the sports series for the black box label. Okay, let me see. And then I think this is the last black label one I have, is Kung Fu, and the only damage is right there, which is just it can be probably dealt with a black marker, like some of the guys were showing. And then this one, I need to clean it up just because it's got the writing is Casino Kid. Past that is mint condition except for the writing, and sadly they also wrote on the label, so that one may not come off without ripping the label off. Okay, and then next was Fast Break from Trade West. This was actually one of my favorite basketball games back in the day. And then sadly, this one has seen better days. I actually have a copy of this now that I found out, so I'll probably be trading this one off. Is Curry Warriors 2 Victory Road. Yeah, the top was pretty messed up, and then literally I don't know what happened. It looks like maybe it had some tape. At one time they jerked it off and it pulled the top layer of the label off. So hopefully and get that replaced one day. See, next was Abadox, The Deadly Inner War. I remember back in the day when this first came out, I thought it was going to be a excuse me, a bloody and gory game, just because, I don't know if you can see. Oh God, it's time for war. No. Literally there's like blood and fungus growing on the label. Like, I'm talking about the actual like title on the label. And I thought it was like blood and gore. It turned out it's just fungus, because it's The Deadly Inner War. And I very rarely remember anything about this game that was good. Next, let me see, is Jack Nicklaus. Oops, there we go. Jack Nicklaus' greatest 18 holes of major championship golf. Such lies. Why, Konami? Yeah, that's always one thing that sort of surprised me, is the fact that Konami did so many sports games back in the day. I never really understood that. Okay, next, and this was one that made me happy, is because Pat the NES Punk did a video of this, and I did not actually realize when he said that they changed the name based on the arcade. But here we go, Russian Attack. And it's almost mint condition. It's got one little mark right there that you may or may not be able to see because of the video. But yeah, that's actually really nice condition. Didn't have any writing, which surprised me. Oh, I was wrong. There is more Black Label. We have Pro Wrestling from the Sports Series, and literally, again, there's like one little mark on it. It's a little dirty. It needs to be cleaned up. But not too bad past that. Let's see, next. Ultimate Basketball. Sadly, never really cared for this game. Never really played it that much. I don't know. Some people did. See, Ice Hockey. Never was a huge fan of this version of hockey. I actually liked Blades of Steel. That's what me and my cousin used to play during family reunions. And I really, really loved that. See, next is Karate Champion, which I really love this game. I loved it in the arcade. It was a very, very fun one. And then this one's very hard to read, but it is actually tag team wrestling. And as you can tell, the label has seen better days, so this will be definitely another one I'm looking for. What I actually do for mine is I'll collect them if they're cheap. And then what I'll do is I'll literally look for a better label condition one. And I don't know what they did this for, but they literally, I don't know if you can see this, that's not just marker. They literally dug the pen into the cart, and they did it all over. So literally, even if I get rid of that, you can still see the damage. But this was the best one out of it. It's the Wheel of Fortune, just the regular one, not the Vanna White one, which I actually do have a copy of the Vanna White one somewhere around here. And then we have Dash Galaxy and the Alien Asylum, another Data East one. So I actually got quite a few Data East ones from this guy. And then I have this one, and sadly they put a damn sticker on it, and I don't know if that's going to come off, so I'm probably going to have to get another one. But this was a better copy of the other one I got, and it is the Jeopardy 25th Anniversary Edition. So sadly I'm going to have to get another one probably, but I don't really care about Jeopardy. I liked Wheel of Fortune because I used to play that with a friend of mine named Greg. I really liked that one. And then I found this one, which I actually now have a box copy of. It is Millipede, which is a sequel to Centipede from Howl America, which is, you know, not a bad company, but not a great company either. Okay, and then almost getting down to the bottom of the NES, and that's only beginning. Then we have Stealth ATF, which is a pretty decent shoot 'em up game. Could have been better. And then Rambo. I think I already have a copy of this, so this will be another one to trade off to Matt, which he may not appreciate, but you know, I got quite a few I'm going to try to give him. And then I really don't like tennis that much, except for like the Mario tennis ones. But here we have Racket Attack. And it's from Jaleco, which apparently did a lot of sports games back in the day. Okay, so that is actually sort of the end of the NES games. So let me quickly switch over to the Super NES games. Okay, 1 second. I open this box. Not a lot of them. Some of them are not bad. But here we go. Got Doomsday Warrior, which apparently Chris did not like. It's apparently a beat 'em up. But what makes me laugh, I don't even know if you can see this guy. I don't know if it'll zoom in. Nah, apparently my camera's messing up because the graphics are so horrible. It's like, no, I don't want to zoom in on that. He looks like Fabio meets Ken Masters. And I'm like, you can actually, no, there we go. Okay. The bad guy looks like a pro wrestler gone horribly wrong. So I don't know. Excuse me. And it's from a company that I've never really heard of. It's Renovation. I'm like, I don't know if I've ever heard of that company, so I don't know. Okay, next, like I said, I'm trying to hurry this up. We have Troy Aikman Football, which was not one of my favorite football games. George Foreman KO Boxing, not my favorite boxing game either. We have NBA Live 98, which top is missing the label, but oh well, I don't really care. See, next is, I'm just going to read this first before I show it. It's Tecmo Super NBA Basketball, which is pretty first shape, but oh my god, all the writing right there. I'm not sure why they put that on the label. Next is Tecmo Super Baseball, which has the same thing, pretty good condition. Okay, next is American Gladiators. I remember watching this show back in the day. Not too bad. Some of the people were a little Then we have, let me see, Frank Thomas Big Hurt Baseball, which some of the black pieces, it's a little messed up, sorry. For those who are asking why I'm coughing so much, I literally have a little bit of a chest infection from sinuses draining. So yeah. And then here is EDF, which stands for Earth Defense Force. Label Sing Better Days, and it has writing. Apparently this was owned by Green's I guess Video, and apparently they should have their number. They do not exist, however. They've been gone for a long time. And next, and this was a pretty good one, even though it's from LJN, Aliens 3. The label was almost mint. There's a little bit of damage right there. Maybe if I can find a baby blue marker, I can fix it, but I don't know. And then we have Super Bases Loaded, which is Seen Better Days. It actually looks like somebody started melting off the glossy label, and it's a little bit Better Days up there. But past that, the card's pretty mint. Next is Super Tennis, which was an okay game. I played quite a bit with my girlfriend at the time. Nolan Ryan's baseball. He was actually one of my favorite baseball players back in the day, so I actually liked that game. And this movie friggin' sucked, but apparently they made a licensed movie of it, game for it. It's Cutthroat Island. Yeah, oh well. Next, and sadly the label is damaged. It is here we go, Rocky and Bullwinkle and Friends. So yeah, sadly the label's damaged. Actually I like the game. It's pretty interesting based on the TV show. Next is Foreman for Real, which is George Foreman's. I don't remember if this one came first or second, but he made a lot of boxing games for the Super NES. Next is College Slam Baseball, or sorry, football, I think. Yeah, sorry, that's football. It just doesn't say it on there. I just had to guess. And then we have Super Slap Shot. And then we have, let's see, where is it? Space Football. I thought there was F-Zero at first. It's not. Excuse me. It's actually Space Football with machines. Okay, so that is the end of the Super NES ones. I only had a couple of N64 games, so let me do these real quick, and then I'll go on to the next. I have Madden 99 and NFL Quarterback Club 98 and All-Star Baseball 99. God, really? And then this was the only one that wasn't a sports title, Tetrasphere, which apparently a lot of people like, but sadly the back was a little fucked up. But oh well. Hopefully one day I'll find a better copy. Okay, so going to go on to the Game Boy / Game Boy Advance games. Let me move over here and I'll show you the boxed ones, which only one of these is missing. The game was not in it, but the rest, most of these were complete. Got Dynasty Warrior Advanced. The game actually wasn't in it, but then I actually ended up finding it in the little baggie that was holding them. I think this one is in there now, and it's actually complete. It's the Cheetah Girls. Obviously not keeping this because it's a dance game. And also it's this. This is the one that's missing the game. So hopefully one day I'll be able to find it, but it's Chicken Shoot. It actually looks pretty funny. Literally, from what I'm looking on the back, is you're shooting chickens in these random levels. See if we can actually see that. But it actually looks pretty funny. Yeah, sadly, like I said, the game's not in there. And then we'll have this. We have Paws and Claws, Best Friends, Dogs and Cats. The game was not in there, but then I ended up finding it. And then this is the last box one I got, was ATV Thunder Ridge Riders. So not a bad one. I actually already had another copy in the series that I actually got for free because it was, somebody had wiped gum on it and they didn't think that it was going to come out, and I actually ended up getting it off with no problem whatsoever. Okay, let me open the baggie of goodies. One second. Well, I'll put my hand over the thing by accident. One sec. Yes, here's the goodies. Dump them out. Sorry about the moment of darkness. It was good, probably. But here we go. Here's some of the loose ones. We have Lilo and Stitch, the movie, I would guess. It doesn't really say, and I don't really know. And then we have Shrek 2, Beg for Mercy. Apparently I've been getting a lot of Shrek games here lately. And here's the only Game Boy ones. I actually meant to do this one first. This is All-Star Challenge 2. Not a huge fan of playing like sports games unless it's baseball on the Game Boy, like the original one. Next was Lizzie McGuire 3, Homecoming Havoc. Whatever. Let's see, next is Nickelodeon's Attack of the Toy Bots, which apparently is a series that was on Nickelodeon where it's got all the different characters. Next is Walt Disney Enchanted Once Upon Anadolasia, I guess is how you say that. Let's see. And then we have, excuse me, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which is based off the newest remake of the movie. Then this one is Disney's American Dragon Jake Long Rise of the Hunts Clan, which is I actually did like the cartoon for a bit, but then I just sort of got over it. Then we have Barbie 12 Dancing Princesses, which is based on the cartoon, whereas I know that is because my little cousin had me watch it with her, and wow. Then we have Barbie the Island Princess, and it's like whatever. I think that's also based on one of the cartoons, which I'm like whatever. Then I have a whole bunch of extra games that were just sort of extras. Most of them were like sports titles, and these were except for this one. I did have an extra copy of Legendary Wings, which I actually bought a while ago for like $3, and then another Guerrilla Wars, which this one There's one little piece of the top label missing. Then I had 4 actually Super NES, which is like 2 of the Super Tennis, a Cutthroat Island, and then I don't even know what the hell that one is. Let me see. It is a 4-man 4-reel. And so these were just random ones, and I had 1 black label for 10-yard fight, which I had actually already picked up. Okay, so here we go. Now on to the systems. He gave me, and this is actually complete in box. Sorry for the mess. We actually have an Xbox 360, which is the original. I believe this is a 20 gig hard drive, and it is actually Circle of Death. I'm actually going to attempt to get a friend of ours, Steve, that has the store up in the mall. He has offered, sorry, to teach me and Nathan how to fix Xboxes and PlayStation 3s. I'm not sure about the Wii. I don't know if they do that or not. But this is actually going to be part of the package, so I'm actually going to be able to do this one and try it out. If not, oh well, I have cables and I have a hard drive. So yeah, that's oh well, if the system, like I said, screws up, oh well, I will be able to have the extra crap on it. Okay, now next I'm going to open, which, yeah, by the way, these 2 boxes are full of cables and systems. I think this is the cables box, which actually has 1 system in it that he threw in. The only thing wrong with it is it's a little dirty. It needs to be cleaned up. It is an actual slim PlayStation 2. Like I said, it's slightly dirty, and the open, when you go to hit the open button, when you go to close it, you have to literally slam it down to make it stay. See what else is in here. The other thing, it's the original PlayStation. Got all the hookups. Apparently it works just fine. It just needs to be cleaned up. Original Xbox, the rotor that opens the tray. It's pretty much a quick and easy fix, but I don't know if I'm going to waste the time on it or not. I may just trade it as is, or because normally, since those are so cheap now, most people won't even bother fixing them anymore. Okay, let me see if I can pick this up without dropping stuff. Throw this over here. Oh god, I'm really an old man. Okay, so here are the other systems that he gave me, but some of these I'm actually going to keep. Let me see if I can get it open. He actually had 2 almost complete. God, really? Okay, there we go. Had 2 almost complete N64s. They work. I have controllers. Another PlayStation 1, which from what I can tell actually does work just fine. I have a Dreamcast which works. I just have to set a date on it. Apparently he didn't have a controller for it, so he couldn't make absolutely sure. And then I have another, I don't know if you can even see that, but I have another Xbox original which does in fact work. There's nothing wrong with it. And then crap, where is it? I had another game. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Oh, here it is. This is just randomly given to me. Here we go. It's apparently a little, I guess, football game. It needs new batteries, but apparently it works just fine. And then he gave me about 6 or 7 of these. It's the PlayStation 2, 1 or 2. I'm not sure which. I think it is 2, but it doesn't matter. They'll work on them. And yeah, that's like 7 of those were just sitting in the thing. So I was like, yeah, you can have them, because I'm not keeping any of these systems. But what I did for those is I actually, for the games, I ended up paying like $1.50 for all the games. And so, like I said, it's 111. So I ended up He gave me a deal for $150. I bought all the games. Like I said, most of them are mint condition. The rest are, some of them are a little messed up, but I'm not too worried about it. And then the systems, which there are 8 or 9 total, which, like I said, he wasn't at first going to throw in the Xbox 360. He didn't even realize if he had the cables or not. But he's like, you know what, since, you know, you guys are going to start trying to train to take these apart, I want to give you this. It's red ringed. It's not worth anything. I can't take it back because it's out of warranty now. So he threw that in, and then he accidentally found the black PlayStation Slim that I showed you, and he ended up throwing that in for me. And so in the long run, I ended up getting 8 systems for a Wii that I went and got from Steve, which at first he was only supposed to be getting me a normal Wii for like $40, and he couldn't get any of the normal ones because they were sold out. So he ended up calling in a favor for me and got a 25th anniversary, I guess, of the red Mario Wii, which is the one that's backwards compatible. And so he ended up giving me that and a whole bunch of other crap that I traded to Chris for this. So anyway, that is pretty much the haul that I got 2 weeks ago that I just now have had really the time, because I'm actually on my spring break right now, and I'm actually off of work. I actually go back here in a few hours to work, but I thought I would take this time finally, because I did promise Chris I would do it, to actually throw him out a thank you for giving me such a great deal on these games for so cheap. And so I thought I'd thank him. Thank you, Chris, for letting me have these games for so cheap. And I will hopefully have this up shortly. Hopefully do it tonight before it gets morning and I have to get up and go to work. Subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Trying my best, guys. Hopefully here soon we'll figure out if we're going to continue doing the show. Obviously some of you have seen the episode 3, part 1 and part 2. Some things went down, and obviously I don't know if anyone knows this or not, but we no longer have the booth. Instead now we actually have a store that Chicken has been running, because quite literally me and Nathan have both been working a lot at the job that we're doing right now. We've actually lost quite a few people, so it has been not a lot of off time, I guess would be the best way to put that. So I'm not sure how the episodes are going to go now. Not sure if it would be great to do episodes out of a store. I think it would have been better to do them out of the booth, even though apparently he still considers that he is going to do the Muscle Shoals flea market. And of course I put sort of my 2 cents in on that in the last video. Hopefully here soon I'll do a video going into more detail about why I don't like the Muscle Shoals flea market. But yeah, I just thought I'd do a quick video. Sadly, apparently it wasn't too quick, but hopefully here shortly this video will be up and hopefully you guys will like it. Well, peace out and good night.